Kelso, we don't have any money.
You don't need any. People, we are on a dine and dash here.
Money may not be able to buy you love, but it sure can buy you some outrageous things. Love may be free, but these one-of-a-kind food experiences are not. Let's see what a ton of cash can get you with these 10 foods only the rich can afford.
You have money, right?
$195 mac and cheese.
That mac and cheese looks unbelievable.
We know what a lot of you are probably saying right now. Why would I spend $195 on one serving of mac and cheese when I could buy about 190 boxes of Kraft mac and cheese and be very happy for a very long time? Well, at least for 190 days. Well, what if we told you that for $195, your mac and cheese was served stuffed into a full lobster and topped with truffle shavings?
Oh yeah, because the only thing better than eating lobster is eating lobster and hauling ass.
The price tag is probably starting to make a little more sense now, and all you lobster lovers out there are probably skipping ahead to find out where you can get this sounds too good to be true dish. Well, you don't have to skip ahead anymore. You can go order yourself this mega dish at Barton G Restaurant in Hollywood, California. The dish serves 2 to 4 people, so you might want to invite along a few friends.
Joey doesn't share food!
White truffles.
A truffle is a fungus that grows in tree roots. It's one of the most prized gourmet foods in the world.
If you thought black truffles were expensive, then wait till you get a load of what white truffles will cost you. So prices will vary depending on the season and the rarity of the particular truffle, but on average, you could be looking at about $250 per pound for summer black truffles, and $2,000 to $4,000 for Alba white truffles. In fact, in 2017, a collection of white truffles weighing in at just under 2 pounds sold for over $85,000.
It's not about money.
That is the price of a luxury car. Truffle has a strong, earthy taste that, thankfully for those using it, doesn't require a lot to make a very big impact flavor-wise. You can purchase truffle butters and oils that do a decent job of imparting truffle flavor. But if you have ever had the real thing, the oils don't really come close.
Oh, so that's why they don't give pigs truffles.
$100 fries and gravy.
Who wants some poutine?
I do.
Okay.
Would you pay $100 for fries? Probably not, but when said fries are actually a 15-pound monstrous version of Canada's national dish poutine, maybe you would. No, this meal isn't as expensive as some of the others on the list, but with the average poutine coming in at around $10, you'll have to dish out far more cash than you ever thought you would for a poutine. This creation can be found at a spot called Poutineville. How fitting. Also fitting is the name of this beast, known as the heart attack.
Wow.
On top of this poutine, you'll find chicken, bacon, hot dogs, ground beef, and ham. Step aside, Arby's. Poutineville is the one who has all the meats. If that wasn't enough, there's also some veggies, but they just get lost in the homemade poutine gravy. With several locations all in the greater Montreal area, Poutineville is an easy location to find for traveling foodies who want to try the biggest poutine in town. But remember, unless you're Matt Stoney, it'll take at least 5 people to eat the heart attack poutine. So bring your friends along, and that way you won't need to be a fat cat to afford this one.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Densuke black watermelon.
You guys sure like watermelon. One bite? Not on your life.
This melon is a juicier and sweeter watermelon than any of those run-of-the-mill green ones you've picked up at your local grocer on multiple occasions. You might be able to find a Densuke at your grocery store for about $200.
But wait! There's more!
Those aren't First Harvest Densuke watermelons. First Harvest Densuke watermelons are the gold standard, and if you can find one, it will probably set you back a whopping $6,100. And that price is down from about a decade ago when they were going for around $8,000. The Toronto Star newspaper in Canada did a taste test, and what they found was that the extra juiciness and the amount of seeds did have a negative impact on the consumer's enjoyment of the melon.
You guys, I swallowed a seed.
But if you can afford to spend $6,100 on a watermelon, you could probably also afford to hire someone to pick out all the seeds, as well as stand by with a cloth to wipe your face on demand. The $5,000 hamburger.
I mean, it is just a burger.
Just a burger.
The $5,000 hamburger sold at Restaurant Fleur in the Mandalay Bay Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Chef Hubert Keller's creation consists of a Wagyu beef patty topped with a large piece of foie gras, almost the size of the patty itself, and a nice helping of shaved truffles. While those are all some rather expensive ingredients, the price tag does seem just a tad outrageous.
Shut up and take my money.
But it's Vegas, baby, and if you are going to do something crazy like spend $5,000 on a hamburger, then Vegas is where you would probably do it. And depending on your skills at the tables, you could possibly win back the price of the burger before you leave, making the whole experience a break-even good time. And speaking of leaving, we know that whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but if you eat a $5,000 hamburger, you have every right to tell everyone you know about it.
This isn't it.
Ruby Roman grapes.
Jim, tell him where he can stick his grapes. In the fridge.
Ruby Roman grapes made their debut in Japan in 2008, and they are easily the most expensive grapes in the world. The grapes are grown and marketed completely in Ishikawa Prefecture, Japan. They are about the size of a ping pong ball and are much sweeter than your average grocery store grape. They also cost a whole lot more, with the first bunch back in 2008 selling for $910.
I love grapes.
In 2016, a bunch of 26 grapes sold at the year's first wholesale market auction for $8,400. The quality protocols for these grapes borders on the unbelievable. Each grape is inspected for quality, and only ones that meet strict criteria are selected. These standards are so strict that in 2010, only 10 grapes made the cut. And if you think that's crazy, in 2011, not one single grape was deemed worthy. One year, a premium fruit buyer in Japan paid over $11,000 for one bunch of Ruby Roman grapes and then had a free tasting of the rare fruit at his supermarket.
Oh, I better just stick with the sample. I'm so bad.
Gran Velas taco.
Here's your taco, mister. Whoops, fell in the fryer. I'll get it out. Oh!
Not only is this a really, really expensive taco, but it is, at least as of last year, the most expensive dish in the world, and will cause a dent in your wallet to the tune of $25,000. The Gran Velas taco is an amazingly beautiful food creation made with Kobe beef, Almas beluga caviar, and black truffle brie cheese. These perfect ingredients are served on a gold flake-infused corn tortilla.
I love gold!
The taco is served with an exotic salsa composed of dried morita chili peppers, Le Nuevo 25 Ultra Premium Añejo Tequila, and topped with civet coffee beans. This Kopi Luwak coffee is some of the most expensive coffee in the world. But back to the taco. If ever in Mexico, you can treat yourself to this ridiculously priced taco at the new Gran Velas Los Cabos Resort's Frida restaurant. And for those of you hoping for some kind of deal, as far as we know, they don't do Taco Tuesdays there. $914 cup of coffee.
What? No way.
And you thought Starbucks was expensive. Just think of all the overpriced frappuccinos and macchiatos you could gulp down for $914 at the Munch Coffee Shop in Osaka, Japan. One day, by accident, the owner of the restaurant found some cold brew coffee he had left in his fridge for 6 months. Well, it tasted great, and that was the light bulb moment for what would become the $914 cup of coffee. He decided to try aging the coffee in barrels, and sure enough, after 10 years in a barrel, the coffee tasted sweet. It has actually been described as having the taste of a chocolate wine. But he wasn't going to stop there.
Can I warm you up?
Yes, please.
The coffee you would be drinking if you were to go and lay down $914 would be coffee that has been aged in a barrel for 22 years. Given that it takes a couple decades to produce, one can see why he would be asking almost $1,000 per cup. In fact, with a 22-year aging process, it almost feels like the price is a little low, doesn't it? Okay, maybe not.
Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you.
The $208 cocktail.
Is not meant for mortal men.
Neither was Omaha Beach, Blondie. Stop trying to scare us.
For most of us, $208 for one drink seems like nothing more than a recipe for a really expensive trip to the bathroom about 30 minutes later. And that's a few more bucks right there if you're at a place with a bathroom attendant. The drink is called the Highland Park 30 Penicillin, and you can impress your date by ordering one at the Montage Hotel in Beverly Hills.
That wasn't so bad.
That was penicillin.
Honestly, the word penicillin in the name doesn't make it sound very appetizing, but according to some reviewers, it really is somewhat of a life-changing experience. The bar also serves the drink with complimentary nuts, aged cheese, and out-of-the-oven bacon, meant to bring out different flavor notes of the drink. And they serve it in a $650 glass. So if you do try one with a friend, go very easy on the cheers.
Eggshell shield.
Saffron.
Telling you, saffron will be just the thing. Cousteau swears by it.
Most people know about the luxury costs of items like truffles and caviar, but not everyone is as familiar with or aware of saffron. Saffron is derived from thin red parts of a flower found in India, Greece, Iran, and Spain, and can sell for $1,500 per pound, and can even get more expensive for certain varieties of the spice. Kashmiri saffron is the most expensive spice in the world and can only be found in one specific region of Kashmir in northern India.
Kashmir? Is that your idea of making a contribution?
If you do see saffron at your grocery store, don't be surprised to see the bottle it comes in looking almost empty, with just a small amount of beautiful short red saffron thread sitting in it. Then look at the price tag for just that small amount. Just 1 gram of Kashmiri saffron can cost over $10. Thankfully, as any chef will tell you, like with truffles, you don't need much saffron at all in your dish. Be it risotto or paella or something else, a pinch of the spice is all that is required to impart that wonderful flavor to almost any dish you are making.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to find saffron in this town?
Stay right here and tap on another one of our great videos. Smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.